The following podcast episode is content from our sponsors, with no involvement of Tradewinds journalists.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for tuning into the Ocean Climate Impact series brought to you by the Tradewinds Content Studio. We shine a spotlight on shipping industry experts and what ocean-based climate solutions they offer. I'm your host, Jade Dupree, content producer and presenter for the Tradewinds Content Studio. In episode 4, we spoke to Christian Bonfils of Miros Motion about the impact of data on shipping's decision-making and green finance. That episode is waiting for you if you haven't already listened to it. For today's episode, I'm joined by Stacey Satterwhite, CEO of ABS Wavesight. We're going to deep dive into Wavesight's products, looking at the ways the market is embracing sustainability and how these products can help make this shift a success. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Jade. It's great to be here today.
Let's get started. Stacey, can you tell us a bit about your background and what brought you to the world of shipping?
Happy to do so, Jade. While this is my first venture in the maritime industry, I'm certainly no stranger to leading software companies and their customers through digital transformation in other industries. What I'd like to point out is a couple of parallels I see in that digital transformation journey. The first one starts with my very favorite phrase, and that is, no one buys software for software's sake. They buy it to achieve value and outcomes. And those value and outcomes are very typically commercial in nature, in that they help organizations drive the bottom line through either increased revenue or cost savings or efficiencies. The next parallel I see is how we achieve those value and outcomes, and that's through data. Collecting, organizing, validating, making sense of, and even using the past to predict the future. ABS Wavesight is very exciting because of the pivotal moment shipping is in. Not only because shipping, like many industries, are going through digital transformation, but shipping is uniquely in a moment of disruption because of the upcoming decarbonization requirements. The opportunity here to drive positive business outcomes through fleet performance and meet regulatory requirements is very exciting.
It is indeed. And for our listeners who might not be familiar with ABS Wavesight, can you tell us more about the products that you offer? In particular, how do the products you offer help ship owners as you rightly said, there is so much uncertainty for the future regarding new sustainability regulations?
Yeah, I'm happy to do so. So, ABS Wavesight is the ABS Affiliate Maritime Software as a Service company, otherwise known as SaaS. And I've been in the SaaS business since 2010, which is actually pretty early as far as SaaS goes. The ABS Wavesight SaaS organization is dedicated to helping ship owners, operators, and charterers understand their risks and streamline compliance while maintaining competitive, more efficient, and sustainable operations. Our mission is to develop world-class software products that improve vessel performance for the health of our seas and environment, as well as drive those commercial improvements we just talked about. One of the most exciting things for me personally about ABS Wavesight is that we are backed by ABS's 162-year legacy of maritime innovation and experience. Our products are collectively installed on more than 5,000 vessels across the global fleet. In my new role, I've learned quickly just how powerful our tools are and the value they bring. ABS Wavesight was founded to bring together the deep industry knowledge of a class leader with excellence in software. In doing so, we've been able to help owners, operators, and ship charterers gather that data we talked about that's oh so important to create visibility on their fleets and drive decisions for compliance as well as shipping operations. Now, at this moment in time, we don't know the full impact of the new regulatory requirements through the IMO and elsewhere potentially. We do know that they are going to alter the day-to-day operations for ABS Wavesight's customers, and we are here to help in that transformation.
And what are the top priorities, concerns, and challenges that Wavesight are noticing amongst ship owners when it comes to moving towards carbon neutral operations?
Well, one of the things I mentioned is that my background is very extensive in helping customers use digital transformation to improve commercial operations. The basics, right? Increase revenue, decrease costs, improve bottom line. So that is still something that ABS Wavesight will help our customers with. The regulatory environment adds a whole new, like I said, disruptor to this space. So as those demands increase further, it becomes simply just more complicated for those owners, operators, and charterers. What I understand is the industry has gotten quite comfortable with reporting historical emissions data, but the burden for ship and shore will only increase once the European Union's emissions trading system, alternatively known as EU ETS, moves into full scale operations. So it's simply going to get much more complicated and arduous to meet both the needs of those commercial priorities as well as the regulatory component. Beyond that, the Fuel EU maritime regulation creates a more complicated landscape in which to operate, like I said, and there are multiple options for compliance. Currently, the IMO's deliberation on a global carbon levy will not be resolved anytime soon, but for the first time, that instrument is looking like a reality. So, what that means is the one thing that we know is certain as the years progress here, the need to continue to adhere to compliance is becoming more complex, and it will simply need more resources and focus from ABS Wavesight's customers as well as the entire industry. So, in short, again, those commercially needed reasons to transform digitally are going to just need to get more and more focus and resources along with the regulatory compliant component.
And to remain competitive in this market, you must be innovating to stay ahead of the curve. How is Wavesite adapting its offerings to meet these concerns?
Well, like I said, it's a pivotal moment here in shipping. And this is one of the reasons that drew me to this particular role and this particular moment. And it's because that those dual demands that I keep talking about, the commercial priorities and then the regulatory component. ABS's 162-year history puts ABS Wavesight in a very unique position to listen to our customers as well as help them plan for how we can address both challenges. We have a new redesigned offering, ABS Wavesight My Digital Fleet, which is a true SaaS offering that provides powerful and secure access to the data that our users need, which we just talked about how important that is in digital transformation. Now, My Digital Fleet also presents that data in an intuitive manner and supports high value insights and decision making. Those insights, like I mentioned a little bit earlier with the importance of data, move from forecasting to predictability. And they reflect the ability to create what if voyage scenarios, which can play out in real time. So, from securing more competitive charters to the timing of maintenance and the ability to predict compliance cost, we believe better data driven decisions are needed. And we here at ABS Wavesight make that possible.
There is no shortage of companies offering vessel monitoring solutions. How does Wavesite differ from the other solutions on the market?
Great question. As we see fuels, technology, and data uniting to provide the hybrid solutions required to achieve net zero emissions, industry needs a comprehensive solution that brings all of those elements together. ABS Wavesight's My Digital Fleet helps improve operational efficiency and meet fleet decarbonization goals while streamlining compliance by leveraging its foundational connection to class and regulatory insights from ABS. The true value, or part of the true value, of My Digital Fleet is from within the ABS umbrella that extends the 162-year history in the regulatory environment. And again, that's one of the reasons why this is so exciting for me to be part of that greater ABS umbrella.
And so we live and work in the information age, so it's unsurprising that fleet data is a bit of a buzzword that is thrown around a lot. And at the end of the day, it's all about quality data. How can owners differentiate and be sure they are, in fact, getting quality data?
Yeah, such a great question. As we talked about the importance of data to drive both commercial decisions as well as regulatory decisions, you're right. Data is only as good as it is accurate and as your ability is to extract value from it. Our vessel data monitor module establishes a foundation for monitoring and understanding that source data quality being provided by vessels across a fleet, which leads to more accurate regulatory reporting. It also provides alerts in emissions and other data pertinent to the regulatory environment with a higher risk profile.
And we are a podcast dedicated to sustainability. So I was very happy to see when I was researching for the show the Wavesight Environmental Monitor. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, happy to do so. For starters, any digital transformation strategy, again, not only derives that commercial success, but it lessens the burden of regulatory environment we all live in and we all believe in. Again, one of the reasons this is so exciting for me is it's a cause and a mission that it's easy to get behind. As regulations continue to progress from reporting requirements toward financial incentives and penalties, operators need to understand where the risks lie and how to mitigate and manage them. The environmental monitor within My Digital Fleet allows operators to track, monitor, and forecast key regulatory and sustainability KPIs across a fleet to provide insights into the success of performance against environmental goals and to inform decarbonization strategies to reduce emissions output.
So we've spoken a lot about what you're currently working on. So let's talk about the future. What can we expect in the future from Wavesight?
Thanks for the question, Jade. I'm excited about all the activities happening at ABS Wavesight. Most pertinent to this conversation is the unveiling next week during Posidonia of our recently redesigned My Digital Fleet solution. My Digital Fleet's redesigned interface features an efficient yet robust design to allow for easy adoption and an instinctive user experience. By combining data from sources such as sensors and Noon reports, users are provided with quick and easy to action insights, empowering rapid decision making to reduce costs and address inefficiencies in near real time. My Digital Fleet features a fully modernized architecture with enhanced data collection and discrepancy alerting capabilities to provide a trusted source of vessel or fleet performance and emissions compliance requirements, again, in real time. Some incremental added benefits of My Digital Fleet's new architecture also include enhanced connectivity across ABS Wavesight products and other solutions, third-party applications, and ship-to-shore communications, real-time connection to ABS and statutory reporting capabilities, improved reliability and reduced cost of ownership, as with all true SaaS offerings. And then finally, security certifications, including SOC 2 Type 1 and Type 2, and ISO 27001 certifications.
And to wrap things up, how can our listeners learn more about Wavesight and continue the conversation with you, Stacey?
Well, of course, we would love to continue the conversation with your listeners, so thank you for that opportunity. Your listeners can learn more by visiting www.abswavesight.com. You can contact us and connect with a team member and learn more about our offerings and specifically My Digital Fleet. You can obviously also follow us on LinkedIn for our latest news and activities. And then finally, like we said earlier, we will be in the ABS booth at Posidonia. I will be there as well for my very first time, and I'd be more than happy to catch up with any of your listeners.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time today. It was a very insightful conversation.
Jade, very lovely to meet you, and I look forward to seeing you in Posidonia.
Don't forget to subscribe to the show so you don't miss a single episode. We're available on all major podcast platforms as well as tradewindsnews.com in the sponsored content section of the website. This part of the site is not behind a paywall, so you can access the show whenever you wish. And finally, if you're interested in working with the Tradewinds Content Studio for your marketing needs, please get in touch at advertising@tradewindsnews.com. We offer a range of marketing products from copywriting, audio, video, studio interviews at major calendar events, and so much more.